Sussex no back door. Queen issues a ban on Meghan and Harry as senior royals again. Harry and Meghan Markle gave up on being senior royals. Harry seemed to be doing quite well as the son of the next king, supposedly Prince Charles, with his popularity second only to his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. When Harry met and married Meghan, they made it only 18 months before they were asked to take a 7-week, turned into 8, since they missed Christmas with the Queen, a break in Canada. Then they came back and left for good. With Harry's popularity now so low, only Prince Andrew surpasses him, it seems highly unlikely the ex-royals would ever be permitted to come back to Britain to resume any sort of working royal engagements. Why? Well, Harry and Meghan are not admired or liked in the UK, Australia, Canada, and now even America. The Queen at 95 is relying heavily on not only Prince Charles, but also William to help her negotiate her world and how Harry does or doesn't fit into it. Harry doesn't fit. Too much has been said by Harry and his mealy-mouthed wife, Meghan. They're incredibly negative people who don't have a kind word to say about William or Catherine. When did Meghan ever give an example of Catherine's kindness? Never. The narcissist Meghan told a heinous story about the fact that she didn't make Catherine cry, but it was Catherine who made Tungsten weep. Once the character assassination was complete, Meghan turned around and said that Catherine, even though she made her cry so close to her wedding, was really nice. How bland, how insincere, how cruel. Because Meghan is all about Meghan and nothing else, it's sad and it backfired. Harry should not have gone in for the bashing of his once-loved sister-in-law. He could have stopped it at any point, but didn't. Harry has slid down about as far as he can go. Almost. Meghan is leading the charge in their unpopularity, and there is more yet to come. That wee book of Harry's, his memoir about being born a prince but becoming a man, he's one of the weakest men on earth right now. So I doubt many will want to read his book about him and Meghan. We know she's going to play a major starring role in how Harry escaped the terrible palace and his awful family who still lives there. That's the book the reporters to say that will net him $20 million. The book that will only serve to deepen the rift between Harry and his whole family, save Princess Eugenie for some odd reason. They cannot come back. The path is closed. Once Meghan started lying on Oprah's show, their way back ended. Before that, one could have seen a way for them to crawl back after humbling themselves, but Meghan will never be a humble person, as it's not in her vernacular. She is perfect, the star, the princess of her life, and it really is all about her. That is what dooms this couple. Meghan is not nice, and while Harry isn't nice for saying awful things about his family too, he can assume a humble position if need be. As a grandmother, I'm fairly sure the Queen would love to see Harry and Lily. The Queen would want to see her estranged grandson, except Harry went along and let that awful Oprah tell-all air while the royals knew Prince Philip had weeks left. Harry knew that, and still he uttered hateful things. How inconsiderate! Where is the compassion Meghan and Harry espouse? The Queen is preparing to enjoy a quite wonderful jubilee next year, and it will be all about her. I was just reading about how we should not expect to hear about the other individual members of the royal family, including my favorite, Catherine, because Queen Elizabeth will have served her country for 70 years. What an accomplishment! Such fanfare will be astonishing to see. Harry and Meghan are not capable to assume subservient positions, so next year would be awful for them if they were working royals. Who would be asking if they were okay? Because next year is all about making the Queen look wonderful, and if they're not able to do that, so no, the Queen knows they can't come back. She stated last November who her working family members are by taking a photo outside the chapel in Windsor with them. The Queen often speaks without moving her lips. That photo means Harry is firmly on the outside now, and nothing short of Meghan leaving him will permit the Queen to forgive the hurts he's caused for just not only the monarchy, but the nation of Britain. Had Harry and Meghan followed the example of their Queen's adage, don't complain, don't explain, so much hurt, humiliation, and pain would have been avoided. I'd like to say that Harry learned his lesson, but he's still publishing his own tell-all memoir, the first of 4 so thick-headed that Harry and his manager Meghan just won't stop their assault on the Queen's family. I've got to admit this couple doesn't give up. They keep on going where mere mortals would not dare tread, and they suffer for it. They just don't know it yet. Wonder when it will finally sink in. One last note, Meghan will be begging to be up on the balcony with the Queen next year. And if we read about how the Queen has offered an olive branch to Ms. Markle, don't believe it. That's Markle's PR teams throwing out stories to see if public opinion will permit her to be seen as royal. And Meghan needs this more than anything right now. But the Queen will have her advisors telling her that she cannot be booed while on that balcony. And Harry and Meghan are booable people in Britain. Meghan will not only get that royal booster shot she so desperately needs. Back in April, no one talked to Harry and not even looked at him at Prince Philip's funeral. The royal family ignored him if he never existed. It was quite cold, hostile, depressing, and unpredictable environment when he rejoined them, alone. He was at a loss. Imagine if his wife was there with him. They would have disrupted their peace. If they moved back, they would have brought drama, chaos, and attention to the family. Others would have reached negatively to them too, even if they were senior royals. On the other hand, if they move back, they will obviously not be a part of the royal family or participate in any royal family activities. They both lied, and Harry was shamefully attempted to rip his father to shreds while expecting to be given money. I don't believe any more money will be forthcoming, so how are they going to live? What will they do with the rest of their lives? That really applies to wherever they live. A senior royal is a person who has accepted a role to support the monarch in the performance of duties of the monarch. And while performing those duties is representing the monarch, they would have to agree to abide by all the requirements of senior royals. No commercial activity, corporate with the press when undertaking royal duties. They would need to learn to be team players and not give damaging interviews about how the rest of the royal family are awful. If they agreed to do that, I think the Queen would let them back. Personally, I think they will never return. Both have gone too far with their lies. They might well make a fortune from what they're doing, but that will not necessarily provide them with the lifestyle of royal family members. Difficult to see them returning to an accepted role within the royal family. By ancestry, they remain members of the extended royal family, but it will now, or in the future, be difficult to have them accepted by current members, given their, Harry and Meghan Markle, unacceptable attacks on the current senior royal family members. I don't see Meghan moving back to the UK. She wants to stay in Hollywood, be a celebrity. If she dumps Harry, I could see him moving back and living off his brother's charity and occasionally appearing in the background of family events. Harry is coming up to 40 years of age. He's never had a job and is qualified for NAFAL. He's a total dud. She could, with a little more help from a plastic surgeon, go back to being a yacht girl. Would that bring in sufficient money, or is she now too old?